All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Truly Live, where my co host Yolanda and I share transformation and a whole lot of love. And so stay tuned for tonight's episode. We have a special guest with us tonight, my brother from Belize, and he's going to share his story with us. So we'll be right back.
What's the deal with all this drama? Like you supposed to be my mama, and you supposed to be my sister, and you supposed to be my brother, loving one another. I thought, but nowadays I'm caught deep in thought, cause saints don't act like they are. Take me back, Lord, to the first, when family reunion was so sunny at the church. Cause things seem strange, instead of familiar, instead of edifying. Saints want to kill you, see you dying, and I'm crying out for those who knows how the Spirit of God flows. With love, agape, and I pray that we will unite and form a holy posse and do this thing for the newborn King, giving hope to the meek through the joy He brings.
Good deal. Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are fucking young? Jesus Christ loves us for the Bible tells us so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world the church. Yeah.
Just get along, maybe not in the world cause it's wicked and wrong, but in Christ we have life, so let's live it. Freely we've been given it, so freely let's give it. Let's shock this nation while they behold the peace in the midst of our congregation. All in together now, singing, bringing hope. Got the devil on the rope, tag teaming, steaming with the Spirit that be burning our bones. Praying that He never ever leaves us alone. So stop sinning, stop tripping, put on the whole armor of God and get thoroughly equipped and flip the script and read new, stay true. Cause under the clear blue, there ain't nothing new. Word doers do. How's about you on the real? Tell me what's the deal?
What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are fucking young? Jesus Christ loves us, for the Bible tells us so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world a church. Yeah.
So while you're out there wondering if God's gonna do what He's already doing, cause He already knew. One day you were gonna be His child, and one day you were gonna see these trials. So it's best to be safe and stay in God's race, not walk by sight, kid, but walk by faith. Not being stressed when the world try to press. Just keep in mind, yo, it's only a test. How do we look? Preaching the good book. When things start shaking, we the ones shook. When the heat start baking, we the ones cook. I never seen the righteous begging bread over sook. I'd rather be caught, mean, blind, lame, standing before God without blame, than having my whole body casting the hell's fire from following the world, seeking those evil desires. Nah.
Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are fucking young? Jesus Christ loves us, for the Bible tells us so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world a church. Yeah.
so many things that I want to thank you for. Lord, I thank you for your grace. I thank you for your mercy, God. I thank you for your love. Thank you for favor, oh God. God, if I had 10,000 tongues, I couldn't say enough thank yous, and I couldn't praise you enough. So in this song, I'll simply tell you I love you. And God, I thank you for everything you've done.
Lord, there's so many things that you've done for me. Blessings unconditional, they seem to overtake me. Your hand of mercy proving faithful and true. Jesus, how can I express my thanks to you for your grace and kindness? Oh, agent of days, I'll give you thanks, oh Lord, now and always. Oh, I just want to say thank you for your love. Thank you. Thank you for the blood. Thanks to you for all of the times that you brought me through. Lord, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your grace. Thank you, Lord, for keeping me safe. Thanks to you that I can share the good news of a Savior, to give someone a reason just to tell you thanks.
No, I just begging, I guess.
Thank you, Lord. Lord, it's not enough to give a simple praise to the one who has blessed me in so many ways. Nothing I could say or do could really show my gratitude to you, Lord. One God, one love, one faith. To you I give you praise. Three blessed Trinity, you mean so much to me. You showered me with love, even when I turned away. Lord, I could never repay you, so I'll just say, I just want to say thank you for your love. Thank you for the blood. Thanks to you for all of the times that you brought me through. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your grace. Thank you, Lord, for keeping me safe. Thanks to you that I can share the good news of a Savior, to give someone a reason just to tell you for your love. Lord, I thank you for the blood. Thanks to you for all of the times that you brought me through. Lord, I thank you for your grace. Lord, for keeping me safe. And I can share the good news of a Savior, to give someone a reason just to tell you thanks. Oh, Lord, thank you.
Truly, the real you loves you. Truly, the real you loves you. Truly, the real you loves you. Truly, the real you loves you. Truly.
So in this song, I'll simply tell you I love you. And God, I thank you for everything you've done.
All right.
that you've done for me. Blessings unconditional.
All right. And good evening, everyone. And welcome to tonight's episode of Truly Live with your founders and co-host, Oliver and
Yolanda.
I want you to speak for yourself tonight.
Okay.
Oliver and Yolanda. And we are so happy and grateful that you are here tonight. Oh my God. What a night. What an hour we got in store for this Truly Live community. And I've been anticipating this all day.
Yes, you have.
And like Carol said, he's like a kid in a candy store.
Kid in a candy store. Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is season 2, episode 8 of Truly Live. And we say hello and welcome to all of you in the Truly Live community.
Yes. And if you're here for the first time, we welcome you. You have just landed into a space where there is unlimited possibilities.
Oh, absolutely.
You have just landed in a space where your awareness will be expanded beyond what you have experienced. And we are already being inundated with patrons in the chat.
Okay.
And so
all right.
come on in, patrons. If you're out there, acknowledge yourself. If you're first time, acknowledge yourself. This is an interactive program. And so we
So
invite you.
if this is your first time, please put your name and where you are.
And where
We'd
you
love to know
are.
where you are.
Yes, yes. So are you excited?
I'm excited.
Yes, we have our brother with us tonight. We are family. And I got my brother from Belize with me.
Okay.
And if y'all think I've been off the chain before, when these two energy magnets hit, there's no telling what's going to happen.
Oh, my goodness.
But it's going to be good.
Blessings. Hello, Bob and Carol. And we see that Brenda is in the house already.
Yes,
Hello, Brenda.
Yes, our friends from Indiana is in the house. Our friends from our northernmost part of the continent, Canada, Ontario, to be specific. Hey, Brenda.
Hello, Brenda.
And hello, Virginia. If you're out there, our friend Sue is in the house.
Oh, hello, Sue.
All right. Hello, Sue.
That's our sister.
Yes. My goodness. So come on in, everyone. It's going to be happening here tonight on Truly Live. And just for those who may be here the first time, if you're wondering where these guys come from, well, this one came from the projects of North Carolina. I'm a project kid. And this beautiful specimen to my right, she emerged from the northern part of North Carolina.
From the northern part of the state.
From the northern part of the state. And she came from a sharecropper's beginning. And look at us now. Just look at us now.
You love to say that, but I am a farm girl.
Yes, and I'm a project kid. But that's just our beginnings. But it wasn't the end. We had to get here some way.
Well,
we had to enter into somebody's family, right? And interrupt, all that history.
Well, I might have been an interruption. Oliver is definitely a disruptor.
A disruptor.
Yes,
I am a disruptor of living below your status as a king and a queen. I disrupt that. I am about bringing you into a full direct experience of who you truly are as an infinite being.
Virginia has gotten in, and our dear friend Sue, she said sisters forever.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Carol, I'm going to set Oliver off. She said, you look wonderful.
Well, thank you, Carol. We've been doing a little browsing, and we kind of found a hot spot, Carol. So look out.
So I didn't know you were a farm girl. I mean, I knew you were from Iowa, but I didn't know.
Oh my goodness, that's farm country. Yes.
So we're gonna have to talk.
We're gonna have to talk. And so for the first time, if you hear Oliver and Yolanda, co-founders, we did this because of you. And we've been together 32 years as wife, husband, friends, lovers, roommates.
Ooh. Everything.
Challengers. We challenge each other.
Okay, challengers.
And we bring a wealth of experience to the table here. We are certified life coaches. We have founded Truly OB, which is a personal development company where we specialize in transformational coaching on the personal, organizational, and corporate level. And we are here, we teach universal principles, transformational practices, what we call timeless content, and community access. This is a community that we are all sharing in, a community of love. And so with others, and we like to connect with those who are committed to experiencing a deeper and more meaningful life. And so that's why you're in the right place and have a strong desire for personal growth and getting different results. So you are in the right place. We also share our decade of experience from our journey together. What you may not know about us, but the people in Lexington, Kentucky, they know it about us now, is that we are a dance-loving and a fun-loving couple. Because we was in Lexington last week, and we danced to the floor, got hot.
We actually did the broadcast we streamed live from Lexington.
If you watched the
Thursday
broadcast
night.
last week, we
Yes.
were in Lexington, Kentucky, downtown
we
in
were.
Center City, and we brought episodes 7 right from that place.
Did you say Center City?
City Center.
Okay.
All right. You know, I read from the right to the left now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn how to read from right to left.
Well, and you're doing a really good job
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. So when I introduce my guest tonight, I'm gonna call his name from right to left.
Okay, well, hold on.
And so we are a fun-loving couple, and we have leaned heavily into joy and laughter to get past some of our challenging moments. And you want to tell them why we do this?
Our why, we want people to know that their life has deep meaning and good purpose. We help them to consider and pursue results that matter to them. So that they live a focused life with purposed attention. Our passion is to help those who remain outside, unknowing, unawakened, and in need of a witness to the truth that is true always. We love sharing a powerful message with a powerful people, and you are those powerful people.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Okay, well, we're going to skip a lot of our preliminaries tonight because we got a guest we want to bring on to give him as much time as possible. One more order of business, and that is we have to acknowledge those who have celebrated birthdays or anniversaries since last week. And we also...
Are we singing happy birthday to them?
We can if you like.
Okay, let's do it real quickly. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday. Happy birthday to you. Okay, so that's happy birthday, happy anniversary. If you're celebrating, we're celebrating with you.
Yes. And also, we would like to congratulate our friends and our new niece,
Yes.
Caleb and Ashley, who got married on last Saturday in Lexington, Kentucky. And we was there for the ceremony, and we was there for the aftermony.
Okay.
Called the what? Reception.
Oh,
and we turned it out.
Aftermony, people. That's a new word.
We turned it out.
Yes.
It was joy, laughter, dancing. Oh, we had such a fun time.
It was fun.
And also like to send out congrats to our friend who's going to be installed tomorrow. Officially as the new chancellor at Fayetteville State University here in North Carolina, Brother Darrow. And we're so excited for him. And guess what? We're going to be there too.
So congratulations to Chancellor Allison.
Yes, and
to your dear family.
We get to go back to back with going to a gala, don't we?
Gala.
We get to actually dress up and with our, tuxedos and your long gown. It's going to be on and popping. We don't care whether we're wearing a gown or tennis shoes. We're going to dance the night away. Yes, yes. And with that, we're going to bring our guests onto the stage. I've been waiting to share our stage with our brother. And
let me get this off. There you go.
Are you good now? Okay, we'll get Yolanda good, and then we'll bring you on, Brother Wayne.
And Virginia says, happy first day of autumn.
Yes, first day of fall is what we call it here. Right,
yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
Well, anyway, without any further ado, I present to you my brother from the country of
Belize.
But he has dual citizenship now. I believe he's He resides here in the United States, in the state of Texas. This is my brother, my friend, my uh, coach.
Okay.
Yes, he's a part of the coaching community, and we share one of the same mentors. And most of all, we share a heart to help others to live the life that they love to live.
Yes.
My brother Wayne Moody, how you doing, bro? And he froze up.
Oh, it's okay. Hello, Wayne. We're gonna get him. We're gonna work on that connection right quick.
Okay, so as soon as he speaks, we will hear his voice.
Okay.
And so until Wayne comes on, we're going to just talk a little bit about him. Hopefully he can hear us. But he had a little freeze going on his side. But Wayne is, like we introduced him, is from the country of Belize. And Wayne is currently living his dream as a DreamBuilder Life Coach. And Wayne started his business, coaching business, 3 years ago.
Why don't you take him out and put him back
Okay,
in? Let's do that.
Move him off and see if we can bring him back.
Let's see if we can't bring him back in. All right.
Okay. Well, while we're working through this technical matter,
now, of course, during the
he was moving in live.
Yeah, during the check when he was back in the we call it the blue room.
Well, the whole time he was back in the blue room,
blue room.
Yeah, it was a good connection.
Yeah. So let's do it again. Let's remove him and let's try again. So Wayne, if you can hear us, what we're going to ask you to do is we're going to ask you to log off
and log back
in, and then re-enter the.
Yes, if you can hear us, Brother Wayne.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's see if he logs off. If you can hear us, and we'll see if we can get him back. But in the meantime, and I could actually remove him myself. Want to do that?
Yes. Hopefully he can hear us, and if he hears us, he should log back on.
Just log back on, Wayne.
Okay, so we're gonna. Oh wow, they need to really work on that because that sounds pretty.
I know it. That sounds pretty intense. But anyway, our brother is. Let's see here. No, but Wayne is again. He's a certified DreamBuilder Life Coach, and Wayne started his journey in life coaching 3 years ago. Actually, he's having his anniversary this week, which he spoke to us. And he's a dynamic individual, full of energy. He is again dual citizenship, and he has great aspirations to go back into Belize and become the ambassador of transformation for his country. That's his goal, where he can help his next generations coming up to have an expanded opportunity, have expanded opportunities by teaching them universal principles that can help them to up level their lives.
Yes.
And so Wayne and I have worked on several projects together, and he is also the founder of Sankofa Mastermind, which is basically where he's gathered a group of those individuals that he's already coached and is building a community for their advancement.
And you have done, you guys have collaborated on.
We've collaborated on a couple of projects, yes. And actually, I'm going to be sharing in his upcoming workshop in November. Yes.
Would you like to contact him?
Yes.
You should do that. Let's contact him and see if we can't get him to get back on, because we are definitely having just a bit of an issue. Oh, and of course the nurse calls during. You can.
Okay. Yeah, he's probably trying to get back in, so he'll pop up on the screen. But
send him a text, Oliver.
Yeah. But in the meantime,
I'll send him a text.
There you go.
You can talk.
There you go.
Okay.
But in the meantime, just happy and grateful just to be here tonight.
To this
And
number?
yes, just text to that number.
Thank you.
And we do apologize for the connection issues, but when you're doing live broadcasting or any type of programming which requires connectivity.
This one here.
Yes, I think he just got back on. Okay, he just got back on. There.
Sorry for the break in transmission.
Hello.
I'm back.
Okay, all right. Well, we were just get ready to send a few jets after you.
Hello, Wayne. How are you?
Oh man, I'm excited.
Good.
I'm grateful. I'm happy. And I'm here.
Yes.
Well, sound like you have all the bases covered. Well, thank you, Wayne, for joining us tonight. And we're just excited just to chat with you and have a conversation to be shared here in this Truly Live community. And so with that said, I've already told a little bit about your present position as a certified DreamBuilder Life Coach. You are celebrating 3 years in business, and you are on a fast track with the number of people that you are serving, the number of places you have been. You just recently got back from a 2-month hiatus all over the U.S. So why don't you just share where you want us to start at, and we'll follow you.
Well, there are several things that I want to share in reference to the last 2 months and a week or so. Since I got back to Houston, I became even more aware that United States is not the world. There are nations beyond these borders that are a part of the purpose of God. And I enjoy being here, but I realized that the trip that I was on was a dry run for what I'm going to do with the nations. At 60, I say if I can do it in 2 months, then I got to make sure that I'm actually in the space where if I'm going to be impacting from Asia to Europe to South America to Africa, I'm in the state of mind and in the state of being that I can actually do such things. So, my cousin said to me recently, 60 is like your second win.
Oh.
So you're getting ready for the next 60. So I am so happy and grateful that I see myself having the shape, being in shape, being able to travel the world without any hitches because of my age, and I'm impacting the nation. So that's what I was doing. Actually, I started in Atlanta, and then I did Florida, I did New York, I did Massachusetts, I stepped into Maine for a day, I did Chicago, and then I did DC, and I came back home, and someone asked me, do you really know where you live right now? Do you know where your home is?
Wow. And so you say that was somewhat of just a test dry run for what is ahead of you. And you and I talk all the time about your dream of impacting a global community and your desire to bring transformation to your home country.
I'm a world changer. And I started this world-changing journey at the age of 18. And it's been over 42 years, and someone said that you want to find out that which you're good at, and then you perfect it. And if there's anything that I can say has always been my passion, is changing the world. And at 18 years old, I went to a meeting, right? And the speaker was speaking on the topic, Up and Change Your World. And the message was simple. He said, the world is in a dilemma. The world needs to change, but the only way the world can change is if people change. And the only way people can change is if the one who made them bring the transformation and change. So would you like to become a world changer? And I said, I'm in. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I just knew I wanted to be a world changer. And I have over 42 years in this business of being a world changer. And change begins with me.
Yes.
And one of the fundamental principles that I've learned from our mentor is that the point of power is within, and that which is within me and you is far greater than anything in our surroundings. And that's where I come from, because as I take a deep breath, that source of life flows through me. That's my connection. That's my source. And, you know, we so agree because we're connected, because the same breath that I breathe, the same spirit that breathes me, breathes you and breathes Yolanda.
Exactly.
Wow, Wayne, and that is certainly entire message within itself, and so inspiring. And so, how did you eventually get to the point where you zeroed in or focused in on coaching as your expression or as your path or the way that you are making an impact? And because I know you are drawing so many people from all these different places in and outside the United States are just drawn to your coaching. Uh, I guess I don't know if your coaching vibe, but so how did you finally zero in that this is the expression you want at this particular time?
So I want to say that as far as teaching, at 6, 7, 8 years old, I was teaching. I would take my allowance and I would take my brother and friends and I would have school. I would buy candy and I would invite them to school and I would teach them and grade the papers. So teaching has been a part of my whole being, you know. But fast forward to where I had left the job that I had, the last job I had in LA, working as a manager of a day program. And I was working with a population that is challenged with behaviors. And it came to a point where I just had to leave, you know, and someone says, God gets you uncomfortable when it's time for you to grow. And I had to leave. And I transitioned into driving Uber. And driving Uber, and I can tell you, I did a record number of rides. I did 23,070 Uber rides.
Ooh.
And those were rides that were a part of after I got certified as a coach. So there were a lot of rides where I was coaching like a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, depending on the ride. And sometimes I was just quiet because nothing like a talkative Uber driver. So I had to learn how to listen and listen to my intuition, when to speak and when not to speak. But, you know, how I got into coaching, I was at church one day and my bishop at the time, Noah Jones in LA City of Refuge, he said in church one Sunday, there are business in this church that need to be created, go create them. So I'm like, okay, I'm driving Uber, but what business can I create? And then here comes Mira Morsi. And I did a work with Mira Morsi, who was one of my mentors, your mentor, called Quantum Leap. And for 6 months, she worked with me. And I went into this computer system and deleted the mindsets that were not expansive and had a download of the mindsets that were expansive. And when I realized I was an upgrade, I said, I want to teach this. So I went on and I invested again, got certified as a life coach. And this month is 3 years.
Wow.
This is my
Congratulations.
anniversary. So I know you sang anniversary a while ago, Yolanda. So 3 years ago,
Wow.
I launched and I stepped out in faith. And I tell you, I have family, I have friends who love me and didn't necessarily believe what I was saying I was going to do. At 57, you're going to start a business? I mean, I had folks who said, who's going to pay you to coach them? And let me tell you, my recent client that I'm working with now, this is week 4. He's a young guy that lives in North Hollywood, and he's traveling all over Africa starting July, and he's not going to be back in the States until December. And he's doing my dream building program all the way from Africa. We meet at 10 in the night. He's in Zimbabwe today. Last night we had our meeting. Today he's going to go to the falls. But that's as far as I span.
Wow.
I got certified and the snowballs start rolling, and it's going to be this or something greater still.
Wow. So
Isn't that a great example
Yes.
of how when we have that desire to do something, there is nothing that stands in the way. So not time, not the time of place, not the age, not your location, not your physical location. There are no limitations except for the limits that we put on
the
ourselves.
limits that we put on ourselves. And so, Wayne, now that you are impacting people's lives, and I've happened to be a part of your Sankofa Mastermind, and I just see weekly as you add more and more people coming in, just what do you say to the Truly Live audience here if someone may be listening and thinking, okay, well, I have these dreams and desires in my own heart, things I have put back on the back burner or the back shelf, waiting for maybe the children to be gone, or waiting for maybe my finances to be better, or I'm waiting for my health maybe to be better, or
Whatever.
whatever the external condition that stands between one making that step towards their dream. What would you say to them?
Well, I would want to say to them that I'm a testament of this work, because as far as the situation and circumstances are, they are what they are right now. Because what's in my bank account right now, what I have as far as situation and circumstance right now, is not what I'm envisioning. But one of the things that I've learned reference to transformation is that transformation begins with first realizing where you are. I have to acknowledge where I'm at. Then I have the capacity to envision where I'd love to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need to believe that if I do what I can with what I have right where I'm at, heading in that direction, I have to believe it's possible and it's going to happen. And I was talking to a client like a couple months ago, and she said to me, "You mean these principles can work for anybody?" And I said, if you are on Skid Row in LA, homeless, you have to first realize and actualize, this is where I'm at. I'm homeless. Okay, I know I'm homeless. I don't have a home. I don't even have somewhere to stay. So where do I go from here? I can then first imagine myself having a home, having food. I can imagine myself being there, right? Then what do I do where I'm at? No, I know around the corner is a mission. I can go and get some food. That I can do. So I go to the mission, get some food, and make myself available. Can I wash the dishes? Can I sweep out the place? And I can apply myself being there. And because I'm showing that I'm making efforts to go in the direction of this thing called the dream, opportunities are going to come. Whether it be channels of direction as far as where I can get support, employment, and with time, if I continue confidently in the direction of this thing called the dream, all kinds of things are going to start happening. But I need to first be aware of where I'm at. I need to envision where I'd love to be. And then I need to do what I can with what I have right where I'm at, moving in that direction, believing that the outcome is possible. It's not wishful thinking. The dream activates with the thought. My action is actually going to draw it to me, and it's going to be manifested, because that's what I say I do. I work with clients, helping them to take their dream from conception to manifestation. So wherever you are today, you realize where you are. Envision where you'd love to be, and do what you can right where you are with what you have, taking steps in that direction. And someone said, if Mount Everest is the destination, baby steps are going to get you there with consistency.
Yes.
Absolutely. And that's basic transformation 101.
Yes. Wayne, I'm going to ask you to do something for us, please, if you can. We're still having some connectivity issues, not certain why that is. So, but when you speak, I'm going to ask you to try to be still, to hold your hands, because the more you move, the more you're getting frozen. So I don't know why this is doing like this now, because everything worked out good when you were in the blue room.
Yes.
So if you can kind of keep the hand still, let's see if we can see your face.
That's like asking me to be still.
I know.
And I can't be still.
So let's try this and see what happens. If you're still if it's still going in and out, then just use your hands like crazy if you'd like.
All right, I'll be still, because I need to be still and know.
Be still and know.
So let's try that and see what happens.
So if any of our viewers out there have questions for Wayne, you can just put them in the comment field and we'll bring them up.
You see that?
Well, I didn't see that one. Go ahead.
No, I've already posted that.
Okay. So if there's a question, we'll put it up if you have a question. But if you're just tuning in, this is Truly Live with co-host Oliver and Yolanda Blue. Please like and share. If you're on Facebook, or if you're on any YouTube viewing this live, what do we do there?
We do the same thing.
We like and
like
share.
and share.
Yeah, and subscribe to our channel if you're on
Yes,
YouTube.
yes.
And tonight we have our guest Wayne Moody, who is a dream builder coach, and he's just sharing a little bit about his story, his transformation, and how he's helping to enrich others in the world.
So Wayne, you've already shared with us what we share with the Truly Live community all the time. You started at as your family said, a different age. You didn't start when you were a teenager or in your early 20s. You started at 57 years old
In this
in this venture,
right.
in this venture. And so now you're celebrating 3 years, you're impacting people, you currently have a client that is in Africa, touring Africa, that's going through this the program with you, which is just a wonderful example of how there are no limitations. We can do whatever it is that we set our minds to do after we have determined what our desire is. We here at Truly Live, we talk a lot about desire. We talk about awareness. And I love that you did not allow any limitation, because if so, you wouldn't be celebrating your 3 years.
And I can tell you the paradigms still pop up.
Of course.
Say that again. Say that again.
The paradigms, they still pop up, because when the sense of lack shows up, it's like, oh my God, I have these bills to pay, but where's money going to come from? Oh my God. And it's real. And as I teach this thing, I say I'm actually practicing what I'm teaching, because as I go through the modules, whether it's forgiveness, whether it's lack, whether it's fear, and I have to practice listening to my intuition. It's a daily practice of the principles that we're living by, taking us to the next step, the next level.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you said a word there that you used the word paradigms, which is we recently had a vision workshop, and we taught those that attended about this idea of paradigms, which basically are, habits. We all have habits. Some of our habits serve our purpose and some don't.
What we did was we started with what paradigms are, and that is paradigms are beliefs that can definitely develop into habits. But it is the way that we view everything in the world. We see things through these paradigms, which a lot of times are because of experiences that we had when we were younger.
Conditionings.
So experiences, conditionings, and then
Traumatic,
and it doesn't matter what the experiences are, whether they're good or bad, we still see things through those paradigms. And those paradigms are often the things that they're our self-sabotagers. It's what we do to ourselves. They are the limits that we put on ourselves. It's the things that we tell ourselves over and over and over again as to why we cannot do something. But we went from talking about what the paradigms were to talking about what our self-image is, and how if we're not aware, our paradigms become our self-image, and that's not who we truly are.
Right.
So so why don't you talk about some of the some of the paradigms that you were contending with,
or that some of your clients contend with.
I want to say that you were so on point, Yolanda, reference to the paradigms and the thinking, because our thinking is connected to how we feel. I think if I, for example, if I think I'm not valuable, then I will feel like crap.
Mm-hmm.
If I think I can't, then I will feel like, man, I can't do this.
Yes.
And again, whether one of the major paradigms that I know a lot of us face is the sense of lack. Because I have people that I do strategy sessions with, and they realize they want to do the work, and then they would say, you know what, I don't think I can afford it. But that is paradigm. Because I am connected to a source that is infinite. And therefore, the world in which we live in is an abundant universe. But my awareness of that comes from what I was taught, because I probably grew up from a system where I was told that money does not really grow on trees. Yes. Or you can't do certain things because you don't have the money. When the reality is, I must acknowledge what it is as far as the situation and circumstance, but I must declare what the truth is, because there's a difference between the situation and circumstances and the truth. I could feel tired, but I'm strong. I could feel afraid, but I'm courageous. So the paradigms comes because, like you said, it's a system of beliefs that we have reference to ourselves, and it gives rise to our experiences and our situations. But as we change our thinking, that's when we shift the energy. Because whatever we focus on is going to be magnified. And if I'm focusing on what I don't have, that's what's going to be magnified. But what I need to focus on is what I do have. And what I do have, I mean, I'm breathing, I'm alive today. I have my capacity, I have my health. And I go to a place of gratitude, because gratitude is expansive. So as I work with my clients, and again, I'm teaching what I'm living, and I'm living what I'm teaching, because these things are things that you evolve in. For every level that you increase, it doesn't mean that you will not have situation and circumstance come up that reference to the way you're thinking about yourself. But it is as you change the view of who you see yourself is, like you were saying a while ago, Oliver, or sense of whether I deserve what it is. You don't have to shift my self-image, because, I mean, I have family members who even today don't believe in what I'm doing.
Wow. You said so many things there that, we share in this community, because, no matter where you may live, where you may have gotten your start, we all desire the same thing. We all desire a life of joy and peace, happiness, with, a life of abundance. We all want to be in healthy relationships. We all want to be in health. We all want to have, our significance in life. And so all these things are common to humanity, regardless of where you are, what continent or what nation or state you're in. And so these principles, this is principle centered conversation we're having here, these are universal, and they work, like you said, doesn't matter your situation, circumstance, or condition. If you live by the laws of this universe, because this universe operates off law. Everything is law. The results that I have in my life right now, Wayne, the results that you are currently experiencing, and the results that everyone that's in this space, if you would just examine yourself, that you are experiencing, is a result of how you have actually aligned yourself with the laws that govern the universe. And so if there's any lack, or if there's any longing or discontent in our life about any particular area, whether it be relationships or our health or our vocation or our service or our spiritual awareness, or our time and money freedom, it is that longing or that desire for different results are there, because we can't outlive or live beyond our awareness. And so if we want different results, we have to expand our awareness. We have to expand our understanding about the laws that govern the universe, and then align ourselves with them. And then the possibilities become what? Unlimited.
Yes.
And, Oliver, think about it. A part of the capacity that we have, being created in the image and likeness of God, is that we can choose. We have a mind, and we can make a choice. And I say, for example, us being here this evening is as a result of the choices we've made.
Yes.
You called me, and I said yes. And because of the choices we've made, we're sitting here in this room right now. And the choices we've made is actually creating this moment. So where I'm at in life is a sum total of all the experiences I've had, and it involves the choices that I made. And where I'm going to be in the future is going to be tied into all the choices I'm going to make. So I have to take responsibility for where I'm at, because if I'm not happy with where I'm at, nobody's responsible as me to make the changes if I'm not happy where I'm at. And because I'm not happy where I'm at, then I have to decide, well, where do I want to go? And what do I need to do to get there? And it's nobody's responsibility first but mine.
Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. I love to hear you say that because we have a tendency to put the responsibility on everyone else, but our lives are a direct reflection of the choices that we've made, the decisions that we've made.
Yeah.
But the great news about that is if we made the decision, which means we made a choice, it means we can make another choice.
Yeah.
We can make another
Make a
decision.
different one
We can make
to get different results.
we can make a more informed, a more aware, a more directed, a more focused choice to get the results that we want. So I'm always excited when I hear that, because if I chose, then I can choose again.
Yes.
And that means that we all have the possibilities available to us, because the reality is, if it's happened for one, it can happen for all.
Yes.
And just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean that it cannot happen.
Absolutely. So if you're here, tonight in this space with our guest Wayne, and there's something that has been just burning in your heart, there's a burning desire to do something, to be something, to give something, to share something, to solve something, and you have just, for some reason, not felt like you can accomplish it. We're here tonight to let you know that you can accomplish it.
Yes.
And it begins in your heart as a seed. Everything begins as a seed. In fact,
and there's something called grace.
Yes.
Grace. And even if I make a choice, or even if I make a decision that was not what was considered the perfect decision, there is a God that is working in me both to will and to do his pleasure. And grace is sufficient. And the scripture says that the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases, his mercies never come to an end. They're new every morning. So as I finish today and I listen to the Spirit says, well done, not perfect, well done, I wake up tomorrow morning and there is a clean slate for me to step into a new life each day. And I have the pen. And with the Creator, we are creating a blockbuster every day.
Yes. Yes. So we here at Truly Live, we love being able to share that the choices, the decisions, the outcomes that we've had, those are experiences that we've had, but those are just that. They're just experiences.
right, they are not our identity.
They are not who we are, because we remain as we were created. And so that doesn't, change our status.
Right, or disqualify us
It does
for
not
anything.
disqualify.
We remain creative beings. I mean, we can never stop being creative beings. And like we've shared here many times, the humanity is the only level of creation that is uncomfortable in its environment. All the other levels of creation, like the animal kingdom, the vegetation kingdom, the universal kingdom, they are all they all just adjust to their environment. But the human, we seem to have the biggest struggle with creating the life that we would love. And the reason I say that is because we have the creative capacity to do it. We could create what we would love. So we always start, I know you do, Wayne, because you've been trained like I have, with that all-important high vibrational question. What would you love? What do you say about that, Wayne?
What I would love is to be traveling around the world. What I would love is to be able to ignite the flame in everyone, because we are lights. We are the light of the world. But if I'm not aware that I'm the light, then I will take the light and put it under a bushel. But we are the light of the world. And I would love to have resources that I can be a philanthropist. I would love to be able to touch nations. I would love to see the transformation of lives. But it starts with me.
Yes.
All right.
Wow. He has a great passion, doesn't he? I'm going to put this up because one of our viewers, our patrons, said, Sue, she said, Wayne, I like what you said about there being so much more beyond the United States borders. There is so much out there, so much to see. And as you've said, so much to touch and to help with transformation.
Yeah, to ignite.
Yes, to ignite. Thank you, Sue, for sharing that.
And the commission that we have is going to all the world.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the commission. Go into all the world.
Yes.
It starts with Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and the ends of the earth.
Exactly.
Well-
We're posting your we're placing your
Website.
website and your Instagram page. We're posting that up as we're having this conversation.
Yes. So someone had asked about contacting you, and so we posted your Instagram ID as well as your website.
And I would love to tell folks, hey, feel free to reach out to me if you have a question or if you'd like to know more. And if you feel some kind of resonating desire to see where I can probably give some support to you, because, hey, I'm here for the long haul.
We love it.
Yes, and we've locked arms. You want to share a little bit about your vision for becoming the ambassador for the Department of Transformation for your country?
Yes, all of us dropped this seed in my mind. He said, and he was talking about the United States. They have different departments, right? Department of Defense, Department of Education, but nowhere is there a Department of Transformation.
Oh.
I mean, and the idea is amazing because think about it. Transformation is where it's at. And we were talking about what it would look like to, whether it's through the government or whether it's just to create a system where transformation occurs. And one of the things that I've recently done with a few of the brothers in Belize is created a nonprofit called GO, G-O-E. And in colloquial Creole, we say GO. But GO stands for God Ordained and Established.
Oh,
And the
I love it.
nonprofit's purpose is to take our people from dependence to independence to interdependence. It's not just about giving people a fish, but it's teaching them to fish. And it's taking people to the place where they can actually live the best version of themselves. And honestly, I love my country. And I remember years ago, I was at a missions conference, and the speaker was speaking from Psalms where it says, ask of me and I will give you the nations. And at the end, he said, pray and ask God for your family, your village, your city, your nation. Ask, because he says, ask and I shall give you. And I, with my audacity, said, God, I want Belize and I want India.
Wow.
So that's my inheritance. And that's what I believe as I live. I'm going to see the manifestation of my life impacting this nation and India and the world.
Yes.
Well, I resonate there with you with India. I've been praying for for that nation ever since I was a little girl,
Yes.
since I was in kindergarten. So that's I have an attraction there. We actually have some
And
wonderful Indian friends.
We always had
Yeah.
Indian friends in our life and
Yeah.
our relationships, and all of us are attached. Well, we're all attached to the entire world.
Yes, we are.
Once we get beyond our body identification and realize the power of our presence is everywhere because our minds are joined.
So,
And,
Yolanda, let's use our imagination for a second here, right? Can you imagine you and Oliver and I stepping off a plane in India?
Absolutely.
And we are traveling and we are speaking and we are enjoying the culture and the food. Oh my God, I feel excited. And I look at you and you smile and you look at Oliver and you're like, do you remember when he said this? Do you remember when he thought this?
Yes. I actually I'm preparing for that. I have a few Indian outfits. I've got a sari.
Me too.
Yeah, okay. See, Oliver and we got
Yeah,
Oliver a few. I got them when we were in
and we have a
Toronto.
lot of experience with Indian food
Yeah.
because we have our friends. They're always taking us to the restaurant and sharing with us the different flavors, and
It's my favorite
Yes.
food.
Well,
I love it.
and we've been to probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 Indian
number
weddings
of weddings.
where we're behind the scene. Actually, I was working the Indian wedding, and that is a festival. That is not.
Well, a part of my ancestry, because in the Caribbean, there is what is called East Indian, or they call them coolies, right? And a part of my ancestry, that's what gives me this look that I have with the hair and the skin. Part of my ancestry is actually from India, the real Indians.
Yes.
So it's a calling from my soul and my spirit,
Yes.
going back to my origin. So I am so happy and grateful that it's being manifested. I will be in India, and you guys will be in India.
Yes, we will.
Well, this is what Wayne and I do.
I want to ask. I want to ask you to repeat. You said "Go" stands for God ordained what?
And establish.
And established. Boy,
Right.
I love that. I'm going to post that.
Well, you know, this is
D-O-E, God ordained and established.
established.
Mhm.
Well, this is what Wayne and I do once a month. We have created a mastermind group called Oliver and Wayne. So once a month, Wayne and I have an appointment, and we get together in a virtual environment like this, and we update each other on what we're doing, what may be a challenge, and we begin to dream build together. We begin to imagine a life. We can begin to imagine how we can expand what we're doing, not from a place of where we are, but from a place of where we desire to be. Called masterminding. It's called masterminding. It's called visioneering, and we do it once a month. And there's been some amazing things that have come out of our masterminding. In fact, you know, we it just downloads as we just begin the conversation.
Can I jump in here and drop a little nugget in here?
Go ahead.
Because I created the Sankofa Mastermind group for all the clients I've ever worked with, and I've invited you to be a part of that group.
Yes.
Those are all the clients I've ever worked with. And Oliver and Yolanda and I have never met in person. But we're going to make sure that is not so before this year ends.
That's right.
Because we have some things in the making. I envision myself being there, and I envision us doing some work there in person together.
Yes.
As well as, and I've already started dropping the bug in the ears of my clients in Sankofa Mastermind, telling them, prepare for the summit that's going to be the Monday after Thanksgiving. And again, the True Family is invited to that summit too.
Yes.
Yes. Again, Wayne is having his biannual summit in November. I think it's the
November 2nd.
Monday after Thanksgiving.
November the
November
2nd.
It's November 20. Hold on, I have it on the calendar.
Is it the 2nd?
Let me put it. No,
It's the Monday after Thanksgiving.
it's November 28th.
November the 28th. Wayne is hosting his fall summit, and it will include all of the clients that he's coached over the years. And he has asked me once again to come and share in that summit. And he's
I'd love to invite the family that you have here on
yes,
your
and
welcome.
Yes, and he's opening the door to all of our beloved here in the Truly Live community. So once we get all that nailed down with the link, I will share it with the community then, Wayne. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Wow. So where are we on time? Oh, we almost to the top of the hour. So my goodness, where did the time go? Where did the time go? So Wayne, there's a question in the chat from Carol. If Yolanda can pull that up. It says, what is your nugget of gold wisdom that you love to share? Of course, you have already shared many.
Thank you, Carol, for that question.
You know, he says, I have come that you might have life, and that you might have life more abundantly. And that is like the bedrock of my faith, because the life that is spoken of there is called Zoe. And that's not when I die. That's today. And that's the life that I live. And again, being connected to the source, I realize that in the source I live and move and have my being. And that's the life that I endeavor to flow through me. And I say I cannot give what I don't have. And therefore, I can only give what I have and what I receive. And I have received the word. I've received the message. And when the word becomes flesh, then I can give a message. And that's why I enjoy so much the work that you do with Course in Miracles, reference to just the spiritual view that we have of ourselves, because there is nothing that we need that has not been provided.
Yes. It's already
Am I aware of it?
wow. So Wayne, you're saying that all that is to be given has already been given to us and it resides in us.
Yes.
We just have to remove the blocks to the awareness that we already have it. And it's our giving is proof that we have it.
Yes.
It's when we share or extend that which we have received. That is the proof that we possess it.
Yes.
It's not given to us for ourselves, but it is given to us for all humanity. And so our best expression, our unhindered expression of ourselves is what the world is looking for. It's what the world's looking for. Wow.
Outstanding. All right, looks like we're having
we're getting some feedback there.
We're at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
So Wayne, thank you so very much for being with us. Oliver,
can we do what? Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us here at Truly Live. We so appreciate you agreeing to get on for us. We had a different guest schedule and they needed to reschedule, and Wayne so graciously stepped in for us. So thank you so much. Our gratitude to you. We're going to we'll go ahead and close out here since we're having these technical issues. Wayne, we'll have to have you come back once we get all this stuff worked out. We'll figure out what in the world was going on.
But I believe that the viewers were able to hear you clearly because they were communicating in the chat, and nobody said that it was not understandable. So, but we'll do it again.
We'll do this again so that we can have this without any of the distractions. So what we like to do here at Truly Live is we like to end each of our live streams with a blessing. We'll do that now.
Yes. Do we have any other? Do we have no more announcements? We're good.
No, that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Brother Wayne. We're going to close it out. Stay there with us and stay right there. We'll talk after the broadcast. So with that being said,
we bless all of you who have joined with us and all of those that you hold near and dear in your heart.
So may you be truly happy.
May you live in peace.
May you live in love.
May you know the power of forgiveness.
May you live in the recognition that your life has deep meaning and good purpose.
That's the Dalai Lama's loving kindness meditation. And Oliver and I add, may you live in the awareness of who you truly are. We extend this blessing to every being on the planet. And so it is.
And so it is. And so it has been. And so now my name is Oliver.
I'm Yolanda.
And we are the OK Blues.
Your sweet love away, but you stay right here beside me, never letting me go. Now I know the love I needed was right here all along. I know that love to forgive all the hurt and pain. Love is enough to remove all the guilt and shame. Love is enough to make up for the hurt I made. I know that love is enough. God's love is enough. God's love is enough.